This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are again proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Friday morning. My voice is bad. Of course, if my voice ever gets as ugly as my face, I'm off the air because I don't think anybody will be able to take that. Good Friday morning to everybody again. Let's take care of our housekeeping. Oh, man. It's going to be a bad day. Bad day today. God. You know, if people just pay attention to what they're doing when they're supposed to be doing it, it wouldn't be a problem. But there's always a problem. I don't know where the hell I'm going, where the hell I'm at, and I don't really give a damn today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. You know what? The River House in New Athens will be holding a shop and sip this Saturday from noon to 5 p.m. They have a variety of vendors selling their items. The River House will be selling mimosa and Bloody Marys. Again, if you guys can get out to New Athens, what a great area, great bunch of people. And Loretta Stahl, the Vice President of Operations, thank you very much for the information. The radio station is going to try to make it out tomorrow afternoon. Bob Nettemeyer, thank you again. They're having their Veterans Tribute Day run, supporting of Kaskaskia College. They're hosting a poker run on New Year's Day. Let's see. The poker run information below. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call Bob Nettemeyer at 618-248-5602 or Terry Becker at 618-526-7302. It's the Veterans Poker Run, Tribute Poker Run, New Year's Day. On this date, this is yesterday's on this date. You know, sometimes it's not a good day for me because I'm ready to blow. I am totally ready to blow. No, don't help me out now. Don't help me out now. It's too late. Too late to help me out. I'm past the being helped out stage. You can pick me up on iTunes. I don't know why the hell you'd want to anymore. I mean, don't want to go there. Go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, common spelling. Like us on Facebook at KQQZ 1190 AM, or our sister station at KZQZ 1430 AM. You can hear my repeat performance every day at 4 o'clock p.m. And also broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. I see in the paper, and you people, if you don't want to listen today, don't, because it ain't pretty. I got up on the bad side of the bed. I see this crap going on. Go up to the courthouse. These rotten bastard scumbag son of a bitches are stealing from us every day, and you good people let it go. Hey, we don't care. I don't care. Now, you better start caring, because these rotten bastards will screw you and tattoo you. People, I don't want to get you all riled up, but it's like the boogeyman. He's coming down the street. Don't ignore him, because when he gets here, you're in trouble. Your family's in trouble. Don't be apathetic. It pisses me off when people say they can't make a difference. We can all make a difference. And this rotten, no good son of a bitch, blowjob Barra Civic, union workers rally. Union workers rally. They take an aim at Governor Rauner. Now, I got to tell you, Governor Rauner's not a bad guy. Governor Rauner's not perfect. Governor Rauner, and I'm not really defending him factually, he's inherited a situation that the Democrats in Springfield have screwed up, that they've had control of for the last 15 years. They're going to put it all off on Rauner. And I'm for the unions. I think everybody ought to have the right to be represented. I'm not anti-union. I'm running as a Republican. I'm not anti-union. I'm for all the hardworking people, union or not. But the unions have been good in the past. Sometimes they're not so good. Just like our policemen, just like our firemen, just like our priest. There's good and bad in every organization. I don't give a damn where it is. But what really pisses me off, here comes BJ Blowjob Barra Civic. He's going to be at the rally. And I got to say, Blowjob Barra Civic, candidate for Congress. Now that he is a candidate for Congress, he comes out in support of various causes. You never saw that son of a bitch anywhere. If he wasn't a candidate, you wouldn't see him about. You wouldn't see him around all these functions. He wouldn't give a damn, because he doesn't give a damn. All he gives a damn about is a vote. Now, I tell you, I am a candidate for state representative, and I will also be at various events and situations. But I've been fighting the cause of fairness and freedom to get rid of this evil culture of corruption for the last 6, 7, 8 years, at least the last 6 on this radio show. And I will continue, because my motivation is honesty in politics, honesty in life, and not because I'm a candidate for office. I will be a politician while I'm running. I will be, because it's a political position. But I pledge to everyone that I'll become a public servant to everyone in my district, whether they voted for me or not. I'll come there to represent them. I'll become and will remain a public servant, doing for everybody in the 114th state legislative district. But Barra Civic, you piece of political crap. Listen, this is what he says. Never had any experience. He's a young attorney. He says here, and it really pisses me off, because he doesn't know what he's talking about, because he's never experienced this. Got up to the podium in a packed room with people. Says, I appreciate what it takes to raise a family, what it takes to put food on the table, and what it takes to stand up for people whose main desire in life is to work for a living. Barra Civic said, you rotten son of a bitch. What do you mean you know what it takes? Your daddy, John, red on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle, Barra Civic. That son of a bitch has been scamming off the taxpayers in St. Clair County for the last 35 years. You've never missed a meal. I know what it's like to miss a meal, so I can say I've missed a meal. I understand the people that aren't eating. Blowjob Barra Civic, you rotten little son of a bitch. You're going to say you know what it's like to put food on the table? Your daddy's never worked a day in his life. He's been eating at the political trough for the last 35 years. And you're going to insult every less fortunate person who, during especially the Christmas holidays, not going to be able to eat properly. And it's not a black-white thing. It's a need thing. There's many white people that are starving that won't have a Christmas. Many black people starving won't have a Christmas. But you sit there, Barra Civic, because you're playing politics, and you're going to say you know what it's like? You rotten scumbag bastard, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to get up in the morning and not have breakfast, to go to lunch and have the government give you lunch and to come home with no dinner. You're an embarrassment to humanity, blowjob bearer civic. And you can sit there and say, in all good conscience, you know what it's like to put food on the table and to stand up for people whose main desire in life is to work for a living. Your dad's never worked a day in his life. He's ate at the public trough in St. Clair County, and I guarantee you, you big head son of a bitch, you've never missed a meal. So if you're going to invoke something that you've experienced, you bastard. Not something you sit there and read out of the book or something that you think's the appropriate thing to say. You don't know what it's like to miss a meal. You no good son of a bitch. You piss me off. You piss me off personally. You and your dad. Your dad's ate at the political trough. Has made this situation as bad as it is in St. Clair County. And now he's going to disrespect not only the people of St. Clair County, he's going to disrespect the Illinois State Constitution. He's going to run for office. Not for retention, because he knows he can't get elected. But the most egregious part of that is, blowjob bearer civic, that your dad, Chief Judge John, read on the noodle like a pecker on a poodle. This son of a bitch is going to say, I'm doing this so people can have a choice. You should have ran for retention like the Illinois State Constitution says. You took an oath when you were elected judge. You took an oath and put your hand on the Bible that you would support and enforce this great Constitution of Illinois. And you've taken it and you've torn it up. You've destroyed it, Bearer Civic. And then your son's going to say he knows what it's like when people want to put food on the table. What a despicable duo of no good two son of a bitches that you are. And you guys know where I'm at. I know I'm talking about the big shots. I know I'm talking about the important people. But I say to all you son of a bitches, all up and down, kiss my white, hairy, stinky ass. And here's another part I got to bring up. Christmas time. People aren't going to eat. There's people not going to have presents. People don't have money. Guess who's got money, apparently? God Sprague. You ignorant son of a bitch. He's up there. The name of the place is Nail Care. It's next to Schnucks in Swansea. Now, there's people that he has give money to the Democratic Party. There's people below the hill, both black and white, who support him in the Democratic Party. And when you support the Democratic Party, you support God Sprague because, see, God is the leader behind the scenes. He don't make the $20,000, $30,000, $80,000 a year. No, he gets to be the city attorney for Cahokia, gets to be the attorney for Centerville Township. He makes his $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $800,000 off the backs of the poor below the hill. But you think God Sprague's going to work? He's not going to send money below the hill. He'll send election money. He won't send money for food, for housing, for shelter. But he's got enough money. This ignorant boy, bitch, he gets a pedicure. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. And Sprague, call me if I'm wrong, and you know I'm not, you little pussy boy son of a bitch. He's up there at the Nail Care Salon. He's getting a pedicure. You hear me, people? You're starving down in East St. Louis with his leadership, and he's getting a pedicure. And I'm telling you, it's factual. He goes up and gets a pedicure. I've got spies all over the place. Swear to God. He gets a pedicure, and the lady said, "No, he's a little whining son of a bitch." She says he gets a pedicure and a manicure. And I say, no, he doesn't. She says, yes, he does. I said, no, he doesn't, because he's not a man. He can't get a manicure. This son of a bitch maybe gets a lady cure, whatever the hell that is, but he'll never get a manicure because he's not a man. But this little bitch boy, people, I'm serious. He wants you to vote for him below the hill. East St. Louis, Washington Park, Allerton, Centerville, Cahokia. Some of you people, good people, aren't going to have a good holiday. But Sprague will go up to his $1 million estate. Hell yes, he will. He'll go up to his $1 million estate after he goes to Nail Care. And call it Nail Care, drive by. Guarantee you it's a fact. If it's not a fact, I'll donate $20,000 to the needy. I may donate that anyway, but I'm telling you, it's a fact. This boy bitch goes up, spends money for a pedicure, get his toesies. You getting your toesies done, right, Sprague? And a manicure, and I know I'll bet against that because you got to be a man to get a manicure. Maybe you're getting a scumbag a cure because he is a scumbag. Unbelievable. Hey, Sprague, I got to ask. I got to ask. You stinky, rotten bastard. I got to ask you. Did you get your vagina waxed up there at the place? Do you? Do you, Sprague? Because you got one. You got one, boy. Let me tell you, you got one. Do you get your vagina waxed? And I'm talking about the chairman of the St. Clair County Democratic Central Culture of Corruption. Don't give a damn. Hey, the clown's in the clown car today, Sprague. Come and get me. And just remember, you no good son of a bitch, because I won't forget it. Merle Justice hired Steve Romanik, not Bob Romanik. I'll never forget that, Sprague. And I'll screw you like a big whore, a cheap whore. Come and get me, Sprague. You're on my political hit list. What an egregious, no good son of a bitch. I fight to save my son's life, and you don't go to your dad's funeral. You don't go to your brother's funeral. I shouldn't have to say anything but that every time I talk about God, Sprague. That should be enough to show what a rotten, no-count, good-for-nothing, lousy son of a bitch he is. I ain't going to forget you, Kern. Sweet cakes. You been to the YMCA lately, Sweet Cakes? I'm just asking. I think the guys would probably like to see you again, if you know what I mean. And I kind of think you do. For all the time you spend at the Y, Kern, the muscles aren't getting any bigger. Well, I take that back. That muscle between your shoulders, pretty big. Call it a head. And speaking of Kern, see that son of a bitch last night on Channel 5? We brought the news media from Washington, D.C. down about 3 months ago. They finally got around to doing the hit piece on the fleecing of America. And that's not the fleecing of America. Mid-America Airport is a fleecing of us hard-working taxpayers in St. Clair County. The reporter asked, you think it'll ever be successful? And it looked like Kern just got up, looked like a deer in the headlights, looked like he just got up from the bed or somewhere, hair all mussed up. Well, yeah, it's going to be successful. And the reporter said, when? Hell, it's been 19 years, you idiot. 19 years and $500 million, people. That ought to be enough to throw every one of them son of a bitches out. And I promise you, I don't promise, I pledge to you, if I'm elected state representative, that Mid-America Airport is in my district. I will go to Washington. I'll go to Cancun. Well, I'd like to go to Cancun. I'll go to Iraq. We're not going to get rid of the Mid-America Airport because it's too good a facility. Our government can use it. The Air Force uses it to land planes. Got a real long runway. I'm not for getting rid of it. I'm not for knocking it down. I'm for getting it off the taxpayers' backs of St. Clair County. We can get it back to the federal government. We can have a stipulation that if we, as St. Clair County residents, ever need it, that we can lease part of it back. But I will fight. I will fight to get rid of that airport that Kern and Sprague and Barra Civic was a major part when he was a county board chairman, to get rid of that off our tax rolls. $12 to $15 million a year, people, that they're throwing away of our money. Kern's got his mechanical supply business that I think Daddy put him up in because he's not smart enough. Guarantee if he lost not 12 to 15 million, if he lost 12 to 15,000 a year, he'd be shutting the son of a bitch down. But they don't give a damn. They're playing with our money. They have no respect for us. They have no respect at all for the good people of St. Clair County. But it really pisses me off. We've got Calvin Dye, who's an ex-state trooper running for coroner, lives up in Far Oaks in the Fairview area. $1 million houses. He sent everybody else out a ticket or two. And I like the personal touch. It says Bob Romanik, our occupant. That's how personal it is. But these bastards think you owe them. Why should these politicians beg for your money that most of you don't have to spare so they can get elected, so they can make the big salary, so they can get the benefits, so they can get the pensions? They might as well be out on the street corner with some pencils and a can. No, I want to apologize to the guys out on the street corner with the pencils and the cans because they've got more integrity than these rotten bastard politicians. But anyway, Calvin Dye, right at the Christmas holiday, wants people to send him money so he can get elected coroner, so he can get another pension. You already got, Calvin, $80,000, $90,000 from the state. You've already got a job with the county, their second or third or fourth job. You're going to be 67, 68 years old when you take that position, if you get elected. And I think the people of St. Clair County are smarter than that. When's enough for you political scumbag vultures? When is enough? But I will say, Calvin Dye, I hope the good people that are getting laid off up in Granite City, and these guys, they're very important to us. They produce the steel products. They're getting laid off this holiday season. Steel that we truly need, to run our country. And then these jerk-off, good-for-nothing, rotten bastard politicians that don't produce anything we need other than corruption, and we don't need that. You never hear of them getting laid off. County Board Chairman didn't get laid off. It's a holiday season. But the hard-working steel workers, and I feel bad for the steel workers, bunch of great people up there in Granite City. They're not my constituents. They can't vote for me. But I feel for them. So I will say this, Calvin Dye. These hard-working steel men who go to work, who sweat 150 degrees. I worked in a steel factory one summer going to college. I know what it's like. Bet you never did, Calvin. Bet you never did, Sprague. But anyway, these guys get their hands broke. Some die. They get bones broke every day. These guys are going to get laid off for Christmas. So Calvin Dye, I challenge you, every penny that you're begging from the people that don't have it, I don't care if it's $20,000. I would challenge you to pledge that to the steel workers who are going to be laid off. And for every dollar, I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30,000. For every dollar you get of somebody else's money that you're begging for election, I'll match that with my own money. Calvin Dye, give me a call if you got the guts. 394-1190. Let's quit thinking about ourselves. Let's start thinking about the less fortunate. I've been there. I've done that. Nobody thought about us in the past, but that doesn't mean that we can't think about the poor people in the future. Also, I want to congratulate Jim Porter. He'll be appointed today, the newly appointed U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Illinois. Our good friend, Steve Wyatt Earp Wigington, today will be his last day. Steve's going to go into private practice after 5 years. 5 years of hard work, of dedicated work to keep the people of the Southern District of Illinois safe. I want to salute you, Steve Wyatt Earp Wigington, my friend, for a job well done. And I think Jim Porter, I think he will carry on the tradition that you have set, the high standard that you have set. And I think Jim Porter will do a very professional job in a very professional manner as the new U.S. Attorney. So once again, Jim Porter, congratulations on being appointed the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Illinois. And Steve Wyatt Earp Wigington, congratulations on a good 5-year run, that you've kept the people of the Southern District of Illinois safe. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest, and proud of it. America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And as always, we're proud to be the Patriot. I want to apologize for the early meltdown. My medication's starting to kick in. Actually, I feel better without medication because I don't. Honestly, you'll get people that say, I don't give a damn. Hey, they give a damn. When Bob Romanik tells you he don't give a damn, take it to the bank. Invest your life savings, because when I say I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn. And Sprague, you idiot, somebody said that you never smile. Looks like you got something stuck up your ass. And then a friend of mine said, no, he's constipated all the time. Well, you should be, because you're full of crap, you idiot. So Sprague, Barrecivic, Kern, the three big shots in St. Clair County, Bob Romanik says, come get me, because you aren't big shots. You're pieces of crap. And I'll continue to expose you no good son of a bitches. And if a poor white trash son of a bitch like me from the Roosevelt homes in East St. Louis can challenge those bastards, you good people out there can do the same. Don't let them ever think that they're better than we are, because they're not even close to our worth. Gentleman John, and I won't mention the last name, said he saw the piece on the airport. Cameraman and the dude was walking through in the middle. No one nowhere. Empty ticket booth, empty parking lot, empty everything. Nobody on the escalators, no security. And John, you're right. It says enough is enough. It won't get better with these idiots in office. And you're exactly right. And it says here, Sweet Cakes was available. I'm surprised Sweet Cakes was available for an interview. He should have been so damn embarrassed. He should have crawled back into the hole he came out of. The St. Clair County voters better get registered and vote these morons out of office in 2016. John, thank you very much. We're going to have it on a lot of YouTubes and Facebooks probably Monday for the people that missed it, but it was embarrassing. More so for the good people of St. Clair County, because people all throughout this country are saying to each other, as you would and as we have, why the hell do we have an airport that's cost us $12 to $15 million a year we're throwing away? Total investment over $500 million and growing when our economy is shrinking and shrinking. People want to know. Jerry Rosh, good friend of mine, I got to put this out. Yesterday, talked about the couple of guys didn't want to invite me to their party that I thought were my friends because they don't want to upset the politicians. Jerry Rosh, a great American, says, you're invited to all my parties because I have two rules. First, come on in if you like it and stay. And second, if you don't like it, leave, but don't let the door hit you in the ass. I like Jerry Rosh. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate that. I want to talk, I'm running against LaToya Greenwood. Her daddy is Alonzo Greenwood. LaToya works for School District 189. She makes about $100,000 a year in a do-nothing job that her daddy got her. She's a city council member from East St. Louis, the one that disrespected all the voters after the voters threw Parks out. She voted to make him the city manager with twice as much money, $100,000 a year instead of $50,000 as the mayor. Voted to give him a new car so he could be pretty. Voted to give him all the authority after the good people of East St. Louis has voted him out of office. So I just hope everyone in East St. Louis that's against Alonzo Greenwood, that's against what LaToya Greenwood has done, will remember me Election Day. No, I'm not black. I can't be black. Don't want to be black. I want to be who I am, just like you proud blacks want to be who you are. But don't let that black-white situation get in your way. Remember everything that LaToya Greenwood has done to hurt the city. Remember everything Lonzo Greenwood has done to hurt the school district. And I have to say, here's Alonzo Greenwood, the president of the school board. Here's LaToya Greenwood on the city council and making another $100,000 a year as a secretary or whatever for School District 189. First, when's enough? You greedy Greenwoods. The greedy Greenwoods. When's enough? But secondly, LaToya has her children to go to school in Belleville. LaToya Greenwood has her children go to school in Belleville because her dad has screwed up School District 189 so bad. So if you don't like Alonzo, give Bob Romanik a vote, because if you give his daughter a vote, you're voting for him. You're voting for his bad ways. I've got an article, if I can find it here. The ratings of all the school districts. The ratings of all the school districts. Here it is, right here. This is by the State Board of Election. This shows you what a great job Lonzo Greenwood has done for the good people of East St. Louis, the voters of East St. Louis. O'Fallon, their English score is rated 54.1. Their math score is rated 38.5. Highland School District, their English score 52.9. Their math score, 36.1. East St. Louis, English score, not like O'Fallon with a 0.1 rating for English. East St. Louis has a 4.4, the lowest of any school district in this whole area. They don't have like Highland, a 36.1 math score, average. They don't have like O'Fallon, a 38.5 math score. They don't have like the Wolf Branch School District in Belleville, a 39.9 composite math score, not a 39.9. East St. Louis has a 1.8. A 1.8, and you good people in East St. Louis, you're letting Alonzo Greenwood, you're letting these politicians ruin the future of your children. You guys know these greedy bastards. Again, there's LaToya Greenwood, $100,000 for the school district, another $30,000-$40,000 for East St. Louis. She's hurt all the employees in East St. Louis, other than her daddy and her political cronies. Her father, the president of the school district. I'd resign in shame, Lonzo Greenwood. Hear me one more time, people. Wolf Branch School District, the composite English score, 49. The composite math score, 39.9. East St. Louis, the lowest of any in the surrounding area. Their English score, again, is not 49.1. It's 4.4. Their math score, not 39.9 like Wolf Branch, not 38.5 like O'Fallon, 1.8. If I'm a parent down in East St. Louis, I'd be so mad at this point. I'd want to lynch these son of a bitches. A political lynching, of course. And we'll talk about that in the weeks to come. But all you proud people below the hill, East St. Louis, Washington Park, Centerville, Cahokia's got probably just as bad as a school district. Let me see if I can find it. Well, Cahokia's a little bit better. They're not 52.9 like Highland. They're 7.8, which is the second or third lowest. And I got to say here, and I'm going to piss some people off, Brooklyn is low. Cahokia is low. East St. Louis is low. Venice is low. And they're primarily black school districts. There's a lot of proud, intelligent black people. That tells my friends down in the proud black community that their black leaders don't give a damn about their children's future. All these politicians give a damn is about their future. And people, we got to wise up. This election can't be a black-white thing. It's got to be a right-wrong thing. And it's wrong. It's wrong what these son of a bitches are doing. And we got to put a stop to it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We've got Jerry Nichols, the lone wolf of Cahokia, come to talk a little bit about all the debacles with those stupid, ignorant son of a bitches. The McCall family. They say the McCall team. Hell, it ain't the McCall team. It's the McCall family. And I've got so many employees there in Cahokia. They think I'm a criminal. Hell, you want to see some of this crap. You want to see some of this crap in the positions. And we've got to call in the School District 187 because Nicole Johnson, hell, she shouldn't be walking the street, in my opinion. And she's a security guard for School District 189, and I'm looking here at 40 different charges from battery, criminal damage, to resisting arrest, to child endangerment. And Curtis McCall, and that's the leaders of School District 187, have slapped every one of you good people in the Cahokia School District 187, slapped you right in the face and said they don't give a damn. They're going to hire their political cronies so they can continue to perpetuate their elections. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio at its finest, sometimes. And we are, as always, not sometimes, we're always proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. I just got some information. If you want to go to YouTube and see Sweet Cakes Kern, go to YouTube, the video, and type in Mid-America Airport. It'll pop right up. We're going to have it on our Facebook pages, but what an idiot. What an idiot, this no good, no count, good for nothing, son of a bitch, Sweet Cakes. Hey, and Sweet Cakes, the YMCA, remember the Village people? I think you'd be their kind of guy. You know, YMCA, get back to the Y with your hairy, stinky ass, you rotten bastard, St. Clair County Board Chairman, my ass. You wouldn't make a pimple on a board's ass, let alone a human being's ass. And if you got a problem, Kern, give me a call, 394-1190. You ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. Speaking of ignorant, stupid son of a bitches, no, that's me. Never mind. We won't go there. Got a good friend sitting in with me, Jerry Nichols. He's a board member in the great village, once great village of Cahokia, until Curtis McCall screwed it up. You know, Curtis, those guys, they screw everybody like we're all cheap whores. And not only do they screw us, if we're whores, we're supposed to get money. We get screwed and give them our money. But Jerry Nichols, what the hell? I think Curtis McCall, we need to nickname him Tornado, because he's come through Cahokia and just destroyed like a tornado. And I want to apologize to the Tornadoes. They can't destroy as much as the McCall team. What the hell's going on in Cahokia, Jerry?
Whole lot, Bob. We're trying to keep things going, and we're strong supporters of the St. Clair County Coalition.
Thank you very much.
I got some things I want to tell the public. He's putting signs up all over the town by tearing down houses, and counties involved in that, they never would bring it to us. but they brought it to him. But the Jerome Lane paving was our administration, and you got Gateway Bulk Foods and White Castle, Louis Dreyfus, the big granary back on the river. You got the Rail Loop, Vanguard Trucking, Dollar General, the new storage sheds, our football field. He's already cut the signs up and put it in his name. But the one we got going right now, the 4x4 sign setting in front of, is Taco Bell. He had nothing to do with Taco Bell. He told me at a meeting that Taco Bell wasn't coming, and I had to set him straight. I said, I know it is. So he knows nothing. He knows nothing what's going on in Cokia.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Jerry. I know most of that, or all of it, was thought about and brought about by the Gary Cornwell administration, which you were a major player in. But they can take credit. But the good people of Cahokia, they know what's going on. They know these bastards are just there for a photo op, for a photo shoot. So good people in Cahokia, everything you have, the Taco Bell, the White Castle, everything that's going to come in the next year, it's been 3 and 4 years in the planning. So don't let the McCall family, and again, I don't say the McCall team, I say the McCall family, because all they care about is their family and close friends. But I'll give you parting word about Cahokia. What do you got to say?
Well, we're just trying to get Cahokia back. We got a lot of good people working for the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, and we're going to win this election in 2016.
We're going to get it. I hear you're a candidate. You fought here, and I want to say this real quick, and hopefully you don't run out of time. You, Gary Cornwell, a lot of good people were strong Democrats, but I have to tell, you guys have crossed over. You've crossed over the line to the Republican Party because this is not the Democratic Party that my father helped establish and fought for, that your parents, that everybody out there listening, parents. This is a corrupt bunch of evil bastards that have commandeered the Democratic Party, not just in St. Clair County, but throughout the state. These are evil son of a bitches. These aren't our family's Democrats. So everybody has to go a direction. And you're going to find, Jerry, more and more people. Gary Cornwell has become a Republican. Republican is not a bad word. Democrat's not a bad word. It's the people that associate with the Democrats and the Republicans either make it a good word or a bad word, but it's a shame. The Democratic Party is destroyed. They destroyed it. You never left. I never left. Most of the good Democrats that are going to cross over, and there's going to be a lot of them, they didn't leave the Democratic Party, the Democratic philosophy. The evil culture of corruption took over the Democratic Party and left all the good Democrats behind.
Yeah, that's true, Bob. I stepped down from the Democrat Party, and I went over to the St. Clair County Coalition, and we're running on a Republican ticket, and there's a lot of people changing. Gary Cornwell, myself, I'm running for County Board 25 in Cokia on a Republican ticket. He's running for auditor. His dad's even stepped down from precinct committeeman from the Democrat side, 35-year precinct committeeman. Now he has stepped down too. So what's that tell you?
Yeah, well, that's it, Jerry, and thanks for stopping. But Gary Cornwell, Fred Cornwell, all the good people of Cahokia have crossed over, and all you good people in St. Clair County, you don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to vote Democrat, because if you don't, the Democratic gods won't come down and get you. We have to make a change. Before I go, I have to say, we were going to play this song about the proud men behind the badge. There's some bums with badges, and I say throw their asses. This Oklahoma City policeman raped these gals. He was a rapist first who became a policeman. These Catholic priests, they weren't Catholic priests who became pedophiles. They were pedophiles who became Catholic priests. You are who you are first. A rapist, a good person, a killer. Then you do what you do second. A policeman, a doctor, a lawyer. It doesn't make any difference. But for the few bums with the badges, you notice here recently, policemen are having to shoot a lot of people because we, as an American society, we're not getting behind our police officers. And so these thugs are challenging our policemen, and our policemen in turn are having to kill them, which makes the good professional police officers look bad. Let's get past the bums with the badges in any profession, and there are some bad ones. But any decent person, stay behind, support our professional law enforcement community, because they're our first and only line of defense in this community of ours, all throughout this country. The bad guys, let's weed them out. But let's don't make the good, professionally trained police officers who try to do good for us, who try to protect us and our families day in and day out, put their lives on the line. Let's not hold them responsible for a few bums. And let's get behind them. And I would give some advice, being an ex-policeman. If you don't fight a policeman, if you don't harass a policeman, if you don't try to hurt a policeman, nothing's going to happen to you. If you get arrested, whether you're right or wrong, that's why we have a court of law. I've been arrested before, did that crap with Mrs. Kern. I yes sir'd the police officer, cooperated, put my hands behind my back, got driven to the police station, bonded out. There was no confrontation. These policemen aren't looking for a confrontation. But if you give them one, they have to act accordingly. And things always escalate and get out of hand. So I say to everyone, think about it this weekend. Don't be for the bums with the badges. Let's string up these bastards that hide behind a badge and do something bad, rape people, kill people, steal. Let's get rid of that cancer. But let's get rid of that cancer in the church. Let's get rid of that cancer in our judicial system. Let's don't hold one or two bad apples. Let's don't hold the good people against just the few bad. We've got some bad policemen, got some bad everything. But let's get past that, people, because in this society today, it's getting more dangerous day in and day out. And we need somebody to help protect us and our families. And what we have are our professional police officers. Let's thank them, because I do every day. I've walked in their shoes. I know what it's about. Let's give them the opportunity to protect us. And by protecting us, let's pay them back and get behind them, support them. At the end of the day, everybody will be better off. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we're very proud to be the Patriot. I'll see everybody Monday. Have a very, very good weekend. And I mean this sincerely, my friends and my political foes. Because I don't like you politically, don't mean you're not good people. But good people, at the end of the day, don't get elected and screw the people that put them in office. So for you rotten bastards, I say, once again, I want to be politically correct. Kiss my white, hairy, stinky ass, all you son of a bitches out there. Don't give a damn about an election. Somebody said, Romanik, never heard a candidate talk like that, and you probably never will. I'm the most unorthodox candidate you'll ever see, ever hear. Somewhat like Trump. No, my hair's better than Trump's. But I don't give a damn, people. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. I'm not going to change my ways of life. I'm not going to be a hypocrite like these bastards, like Barricivic. And I know what it's like not to have. No, you may know what it's like. Hey, blowjob Barricivic. Your daddy may not been able to put caviar on your plate at dinner time. But that T-bone steak, I guess, and I'll bet tasted awful good. You've never suffered. And you you rich son of a bitches that act like you've been there and done that, you can all kiss all of our asses. Because the money don't make the man makes the money. So let's continue to expose, to drag, and November of 2016, not just in St. Clair County, but all throughout this country. Let's get rid of this corruption. There's a culture of corruption in every county, in every state throughout this great United States. So band together, because together we can win. We the people of this great country can win. So let's continue to expose, to drag, and when it's all said and done, stick knives, stick pins, stick whatever we can, wherever we can, in these rotten bastards. Stick them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
The
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade